And let me put my banner up so they know they can join me on Patreon. On StreamYard, I can do a banner, but I can't on TikTok. Okay. I'm so glad to hear. Maybe you watch my segment on cuddling or you listen to it on my radio show. Yeah, cuddling is so good for your mental health and your physical health. And the research says you need about 30 to 40 minutes of cuddling at least 3 times a week to get all the relationship benefits, the mental health benefits. My boyfriend doesn't post me on social media. Should I be concerned? Does he post himself? Does he post all his other friends? I would just start by asking why, and also how long you've been together. He shouldn't be posting on social media if you've been together less than 3 months. You know, I waited a calendar year, right, before I posted, and it was our first anniversary. We took a picture. We were going out to dinner to celebrate, and I said, we are now Instagram official. It's been 1 year. Because then I like changing friends every other week, because what if it doesn't work out, right? Thank you for your nice compliments on TikTok. Hey, I want to say hello to all the other social media. We have YouTube, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. Who else we got there? Hi, Linda from Pasadena. Good to see you. I've been chatting up there on the other camera with TikTok, where people are all over the world, from Algeria to Turkey to Canada to probably 40 of the 50 states. Well, I was asked not to post my guy by him. Maybe he's hiding something. Just saying. It does say something. Or maybe the relationship is not long enough or not secure enough. Thank you for your compliments. I hope you listen to the radio show. You can download the iHeartRadio app and listen to my radio show anytime. If you want to listen live, it's on Sunday nights from 4 to 6, or Sunday afternoons. Hello from Lisbon. Somebody else, Pedro, watching in, oh, hi. We have Robin on YouTube. Nice. Pedro's watching from Lisbon, Portugal, which is nice. Up there on my TikTok camera, they're everywhere. Oh, there's Hunt. Hi, Hunt. How are you? Are you in New York? Nice to see you. Sai calls me his YouTube wife, which is, a little one-sided because we never actually met, and I'm not married to anybody. Just saying. All right, question. My guy is honest, loyal, smart, and kind, but no passion. I'm in my 50s. Who doesn't have the passion? Him or you? And what is passion? You mean sexual energy? Or do you mean not excited about seeing you and having the relationship? Hi from Chicago. How are you? Hello, Chicago. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? You're in New York too. You have a question? Bring it up. Oh, Robin on YouTube has an excellent question. Okay, Robin's question is, I've delayed sex with my girlfriend and it's been 5 months. How will this help our marriage? Well, hopefully you've been using this time to grow the real thing that keeps marriages together, which is emotional intimacy. And hopefully you've still been touching each other so that you have some physical chemistry. I hope you've been kissing. I hope you've been cuddling and holding hands and all those things. And now's the time. Don't wait much longer. Have the conversation. What does this mean? Are we going to be sexually exclusive? What this does is it allows both of you to have some time to assess each other, which you've done for the last 5 months. It also allows you to grow some emotional intimacy so that when the sex happens, you aren't like overcome with lust hormones. And then afterwards, when, after a certain period of time, when those hormones go down, you won't be like, oh, I fell out of love. No, you forgot to fall in love in the first place. But it sounds like you've fallen in love first. So I think it's great to delay the onset of the sexual relationship, but don't wait too long. And I hope you're talking about sex. That's very important. I wanted to follow you on Instagram, but I don't know what happened. What happened? I don't know. I'm on Instagram. I have a social media manager. She's posting a lot for me. I make the stuff. She doesn't make stuff up, but I send her stuff and she posts. My boyfriend doesn't include me in anything. Is this a red flag? We've been together 2 years. Well, what does he not include you in? Social events? Yeah, that's a big red flag. And by the way, red flags happen at the beginning of relationships. 2 years into it, this is not a red flag. This is maybe the beginning of decline. You got to talk to him about it. Find out what it is. I have no motivation to online date anymore after 2 years of constant dating. Good. Take a break. It's really important that you don't chronically date, because then that becomes the pattern. You're always suffering from paradox of choice. When I found my boyfriend on Bumble, I would check in with those apps like once every few weeks. And I never set notifications up. So he had rematched with me all these times, like, where is she? Where is she? And it took me weeks for me to notice. So, oh, he's in a motorcycle club and active with his friends. Do they bring girlfriends? Is it a boys club thing? Then if so, you shouldn't worry. Robin, you have the good questions tonight. Robin's next question is, why is the divorce rate higher for those who live together before marriage? Generally, it's a selection thing. In other words, people who gravitate towards cohabitation tend to be a little commitment phobic. So, excuse me, I was eating some almonds and they're in my throat. They will live together because they're afraid of marriage and they're afraid of commitment. And they also want to audition the relationship as long as possible to prove that it's safe, right? But really the issue is their own fear of commitment and maybe attachment style. So some people would say live together before marriage burns out the big passion years too. So by the time you get around to having a wedding, you're like bored with each other. I have no idea, Jonathan. My name is there, Dr. Wendy Walsh on Instagram. Hello from Dubai. Nice to see you. Am I a cougar? No, I wish I was, because those young men are so gorgeous, aren't they? Yummy, yummy. But I don't like to feel like I'm a teacher in my private, personal relationships. And here's the thing, whenever you have an age gap in a relationship, you're going to have a power imbalance. Doesn't matter the gender. Usually the older person has more money. Usually the older person has more wisdom and more life experience. And it's never fair to the younger person because the older person will call the shots. So anyway, hi from Texas. How are you? Have I written a book? Yes, I've written 3 books. You can go on Amazon. The Boyfriend Test, how to evaluate his potential before you lose your heart. The Girlfriend Test, how dateable are you? And the 30-day love detox. Plus, if you come over to my Patreon community, you join it by doing patreon.com/Dr. Wendy Walsh. I post new articles a few times a week. Oh, Cape Cod, that's where my parents honeymooned in 1959. Hello, Jamaica, one of my favorite islands. How nice. Late for you, though. Your girlfriend wants to wait for marriage. So now we're talking about just moral and ethical differences. There's no rule on this, but it's something you guys need to discuss. If she really wants to wait till marriage and you're not want that, then is this the person you want to be with? You know, I think, you know, everybody's different and we should respect what they want. Oh, I love this question. Let me put it up there. And I feel a sneeze coming out. Excuse me. Oh my God. Okay. Regina says, should you call a man out on his dishonesty? When I was young, I made the stupidest mistakes. I used to always call men out on their dishonesty. I used to always like try to teach them or train them and let them know that I know, right? And now I realize that that was part of my anxious ambivalent attachment style. The truth is, if you find out that somebody's been lying to you, you shouldn't be attracted to them for 1 second more. And you should just naturally move away. Like, hey, we're not a good match, but thanks, lovely. Not your job to school him, teach him, train him, anything. Just move away. You're not going to change him. He is what he is. What are your thoughts on no contact after a breakup? Yes. The research on our neurochemistry, our neurobiology says that when you stay in contact or you continue to follow your ex online, you stay in pain for longer. It's really important that when you sever a relationship, that you sever the relationship and you avoid all triggers. Don't go to places that remind you of, you know, where you used to go. Don't hang out with people. I know you may have mutual friends, but if they're hanging out with him or her a lot, you might just say, hey, I need to take a little break here because I'm healing, right? Oh, you know, Robin, here's another question. I don't think you should be with this woman. Now you're saying, how do I ask my girlfriend to wear makeup? What if she's not a makeup wearer? That's what you get. Having a mate is not about changing them. That's, yeah, you don't. You don't. Hmm. I know. I always ask my boyfriend, should I wear this or this? And he says, you look beautiful no matter what you wear. Wear what you feel comfortable in. That's what he says. I love it. Um, Thank you for your kind thing. I'm trying to read it as it goes by very quickly. Advice on how to, wait, I think I can scroll back. Can I? Dependent, advice on how to guide 20-year-old independent relationship. I don't understand what that means. Is the 20-year-old your child and you're trying to teach them how to separate or how to have more independence? You'll have to give me more words. We've been together 7 months, very much in love. When do I suggest moving in? Okay, so I'm going to give you my advice, and I'm going to give you the famous evolutionary biologist advice from the Kinsey Institute. And she's put so many brains inside MRI machines and has really studied the arc of love. I don't think you should do anything until you've passed at least 1 calendar year. I don't think you should move in anything major. You got to go through 4 seasons. You have to have met all their family and friends. They have to met all yours. She thinks twice, past the seasons twice before you actually move in. Now, it depends. If you're near the end of your fertility window and you want to have babies, then you're going to have some biological pressure. So you're going to want to do it quicker, right? I'm having, Chaminda. I'm having a hard time finding someone good and someone honest. So I want to tell everybody this, that the art of finding a compatible mate is really the art of eliminating many, many, many mates. In some ways, it's an endurance test. And you have to get on those apps and you have to get out there, and you take breaks from it, and remind yourself how lovable you are by hanging out with friends who just love you for you. But it can take a really long time. I'm 30 and so is he. 2 years would be hard. Yeah, because you guys I do think you want to talk about your relationship life plan together. You do want to talk about, like, do you want a traditional marriage? Do you want to have kids? If so, how many? Especially at your ages, figure it out. Does cuddling reduce the chance of infidelity? Well, the research says that there's a chance it could. Let me explain how. So the research on cuddling shows that it increases that beautiful neurohormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin is that feel-good bonding hormone. The big time when a woman's body emits lots of oxytocin is during sex and when she's breastfeeding her baby. But during cuddling, men and women both get a hit of oxytocin. Now, there was this really interesting study where they were giving married men, a nose spray laced with oxytocin. And then they had it in their system for a few weeks or months. And then they showed them pictures of other women and showed them pictures of their wife mixed in there. And they actually found their wife far more attractive than other women. So the speculation is more frequent cuddling might bond the relationship better and reduce infidelity. You are welcome. What do we got up here? 28 months in and we'll move in with him. I need to have the conversation about it's not working. Wait, you're going to move in together? No, you're going to have the conversation that it's not working. Yeah, I would do that before you move in together. How to self-heal after a breakup with toxic friends? Well, number 1, find some good, solid, secure friends. I want to say this gently and sweetly and kindly, but every relationship has 2 pieces, 2 participants, right? And on some deep unconscious level, for whatever reason, the infantile piece of you felt that you needed them. And so healing is about deeply understanding that you deserve love, you deserve good, solid friendships who can meet your needs. And the next step is to always look for reciprocity. You give, they give something. You give something, they give something. And you do that at the beginning. My boyfriend and I just started as, what's FWB? I don't know that acronym. Now it's official. Oh, Friends with Benefits. And now he acts like it's not. My boyfriend and I started as friends with benefits. Now it's official and he acts like we're still just that. Well, his behavior is communication to you. That's all it is to him. So if you have certain expectations of a relationship that's more than a friends with benefits, you communicate it to him, you express your needs, and then if he can't meet those needs, then you make decisions about what your reaction is going to be. You can't change him. We should never try to change anybody else. We should look inside ourselves and ask ourselves what our boundary is and how we will react to that boundary. Will we leave? Whatever. Oh, here's a good one. Patricia has. What to do if your parents don't like your partner? I would pay attention to that. Now, do your parents not like every single partner or every single friend you have because they're fearing abandonment by you? Or is it this particular one? And the reason why I say this is because years ago, for 3 years, I hosted the show, Investigation Discovery Network, and it was called Happily Never After. Yeah, it was a reality show about brides and grooms who killed each other. It was usually the groom who killed the bride. And in almost 100% of the cases, the friends or family warned them. Or they went away and eloped because the friends and family didn't support it. Almost all. So don't sign a life insurance policy before suddenly going on a trip with him, please. Yvonne is asking me, how much does Patreon cost? I have 3 tiers of membership on my Patreon page, $4 a month, $8 a month, $19 a month. You can quit anytime. You get a discount 15% by buying for the whole year. The $8 and $19 levels get you into my weekly Zoom rooms. And it's a wonderful private time. In fact, it's going to start in about 13 minutes. I should get off this live stream so I can get over and get set up for Patreon. So if you like, thank you for the marriage proposal, but no, thank you. I have a boyfriend. He'd be mad about that if I married you. If you'd like to join my Patreon private community of love warriors, we meet every Tuesday at 6:30 Pacific. You just go to patreon.com/Dr. Wendy Walsh, patreon.com/Dr. Wendy Walsh. I always do a live stream also at 5 p.m. on Sundays on the commercial break when I'm doing my live radio show on iHeartRadio. Thank you so much, everybody, for following me. It's always my pleasure to be here for you. I love you all. We will see you next week, same time.